And we are recording. Hi, everybody. My name is Nick. Here's Melissa.
Hi.
We are here on the Retribe Resource Hub, or our little mini social network where we're just going to kind of lay out some intentions about what we are hoping from this resource platform, what we hope to achieve over the next few weeks and months to come with regards to Melissa and her workshops, but also how we're trying to help people form small little tribes of accountability so that they can attend the workshops that Melissa is going to be making for us. So Mel, how are you?
I'm well.
And just so everybody knows, the smoke that's actually emanating from you is not from any cigarettes. It's from sage. What are you doing, smudging?
Yes, well, we just had a thing, so I need to clear the energy.
Clear the energy. How is the energy?
Yeah, it's perfect. It's beautiful. It's just I'm used to doing that now with all our workshops anyway, holding space so it becomes my comfort of like it's my thing now.
Yeah, you're not getting high.
Huh?
You're not getting high.
I mean, not for this round, no.
That's for the Joe Rogan experience, I guess.
Right.
So yes, the Retribe Resource Hub or platform is something that you and I have wanted to create for a little while now. We've got it up and running. We're over 70 members now, and our intention is that members start using this as a place to come to, rather than the kind of the negativity, the data collection, and all the stuff that happens on all the larger social networking sites. And how, Mel, this is really basically, I'm not trying to steal your words, but it's a kind of a co-collaboration safe space for people to come to.
Yeah. So now I have nothing to say. No, but that's essentially the purpose, is that this is a space where we all are showing up for ourselves and for each other without fear of judgment or pressure to have to be a certain way. This is a space where we can be vulnerable and ask questions and maybe share things that have worked or not worked without the authoritarian, like, you should do this, like no shoulding in this space. Just this is my experience, and really a place where we can come just to be and not have to worry about pressures that might come with social media or misinformation that might be disseminated. Just here, and this is my experience today, and a lot of it is around our wellness, and sometimes, and maybe more importantly, the moments when we're not well. Like, we don't have to save face, right? We can be like, actually, I'm struggling. This is a thing that's happening, and be able to connect to myself and other teams or other people who use the site, our team that we're building. Yeah, that's kind of, for me, the hope of it, right? And I know for you too, is like, have this space be our space. And yeah, that's essentially it, I think.
I think that we're in an early stage because, we don't have algorithms that are going to point out language or political views, etc. So I think it's kind of this really setting intentions for etiquette for people where, like you said, this isn't a space where we're disencouraging people saying you should do this and you should do that, or you should have done that, or you should, more coming from, oh, in my experience, I did this and it worked. And I think that comes from compassion. And that's, I think, what I'm seeing right now, Melissa, is the world is just full of like all of these different factions. Everyone's trying to fight each other about race and about power and about sexism and all these kind of things, where really, if we're going to change, we have to create this safe space of vulnerability to say, I don't have the answers. I'm going through some stuff. And how can my experience of it like benefit the platform and benefit the group?
We also just have to trust each other, right? We can all do this together. Like, this is what community is. There's not one person who has to hold any rank on anybody else or perform in any ways, or have some sort of like someone looking from above below. It's like very equal footing of, let's trust each other. And when we build that trust, then we can hold ourselves accountable and hold other people accountable in ways that are like love-based and transformation-based and evolution-based. And I don't think evolution is the right word there, but like in terms of us evolving, right? Our consciousness, our community, are reflections of ourselves. That's the thing. We're trying to create trust that's from within outward and not outward within. That's I think the core of it.
Yeah, I agree completely. And I think it's one of the things that I particularly want to be able to work with men is this kind of understanding that maybe the things that we learned when we were children, when we were teenagers, when we were kind of young adults, isn't necessarily the truths that we need, which was, I love the word that you use, evolve, and to evolve into the people that we can become, and the society and the cultures in which we can become, which I believe can be love-based, it can be kind, it can be compassionate. It doesn't have to be all about competition. Right. Although challenges is needed, you know, competition, maybe we can play that down, whereas challenge in human evolution is needed.
Yeah.
So I think that's from my perspective, my role, and that's, you know, the Tender is the new tough tribe. If there's any guys that want to join that, I know a couple joined the other day. This is just a space where men can keep each other accountable in this non-judgmental conversation about how do we actually change, how do we unlearn the stuff that we learned when we were younger, and how can we kind of relearn new compassionate ways of being. And that's my intention for this platform, but also kind of how we can kind of end this is that it's a resource platform. You are our lead counsel at Retribe, so you've been developing a ton of workshops over the last few months. I'm so grateful for the work that you've done. I think it's absolutely incredible. And what would your kind of ambitions be for being able to provide workshops for tribes within this resource platform, and then also maybe offering it to people who could also put on workshops?
Yeah, I think that's both, is to create create groups that are specific, like, or centered around a specific thing that's happening in their life. I mean, we talk about boundaries or self-care or anything, like a breakup, or, oh my God, I'm dating for the first time in 6 months. Like, that's weird. Whatever seems to be the common theme, and like have a space where we can chat it through in very grounded and reflective and kind ways. So that's the offering I provide. But I think what's also just as important is create this space for people to bring in their talents, their wisdom, their knowledges into this space too. So, I mean, we're going to be offering a movement medicine where it's like, I think on Sundays, you know, somebody for an hour will come and guide people through body and breath. And that's a beautiful thing. Or a writing group, or, you know, my plan for a book club. So there's different ways we can be creative of how we come together and share space, because healing or transformation doesn't have to look like you have to sit down and take notes and learn this. That's not the kind of script we're running. It's more of like, let's come and talk about whatever we need to talk about. Obviously guided and facilitated in ways that are like structured and nice, but also fluid and flexible. So I don't know if that makes sense, but that's the role of it. Like, for us to offer and for us to receive people's offerings. I think that's the like thread.
Beautiful. And I think that we can kind of really just leave it on to you, whoever's watching this in our little network here, is we just encourage you to try to log in here once a day and just see what's going on. And
Yep.
And from that, again, this is all going to be created by people co-collaborating, making comments, making suggestions on how we can actually make this thing grow, because it is just in such a you know, it's just an incubation type place.
Baby. Yeah.
It's a wee baby.
Baby.
So please, we just encourage you to log in, you know, once a day and just check it out and post anything that you feel might be helpful and useful to people, and give us suggestions of videos you'd like to hear, topics you'd like us to talk about, etc. So
yeah, don't hesitate to reach out.
That's it.
Okay.
Okay.
Do we have to leave our emails or something?
Well,
They
no.
use the platform, right?
They can message us through the platform. Yeah.
See, this is what anyway, I'll be on board soon too. Okay.
You're amazing, Mel. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Bye. Bye,
Bye.
everybody.